The Walking Dead. If you haven't seen it by now, you've probably heard of it. But why do so many people enjoy this show? Why is this the only zombie movie my mother can sit down with me, watch, and enjoy? Well, that's what I plan on examining, and picking out little details here and there on only the first episode for now. Both the good and the bad will be pointed out and will be examined. And if anyone else is examining my face at the moment, yes, I did cut myself while shaving. Why do we even have hair on our face? It should only be on our head.
So right off the bat, we're introduced to our main character, Rick. We don't know much about him, but we do know he needs gas where he's headed. We also know he isn't a mechanic, judging by the paint job on that truck. Holy crap, $2.99 for diesel! Did you see that? Huh. Kinda reminds me of a trailer park I saw in California. Keep walking, Rick. Nothing odd here. Somebody just lost their kid in modern-day America.
Little girl?
Hey!
I'm a policeman. Little girl.
Hey, kid. Grown-ups are talking. Listen.
Don't be afraid, okay? Little girl?
Holy hell, when was the last time you brushed your teeth? Ah, kid, you're drooling everywhere! No, don't get any closer! I don't have a napkin for this! Now parents can whine about disciplinary action on their children. That was harsh. So now the show has set the atmosphere. The world's gone to hell. Rick is, as far as we know, alone, isolated, and nowhere near any others that can help in this desperate situation of life and death. It's gotten to the point he's had to desensitize himself, so he's able to shoot children. Obviously, things are just gonna get worse. Welcome to the world of The Walking Dead.
What's the difference between men and women?
You'll never figure it out.
No, serious. Never met a woman who knew how to turn off a light. Born thinking the switch it only goes one way. On.
Sexism!
Struck blind, second in the living room.
So here we're introduced to Rick's best friend, Shane. He'll become a very important character later on in the show, but let's not talk about him now and skip ahead, otherwise we're going to be here all day. So basically this is all a flashback. Rick gets in a gunfight on the job, he gets shot, and his friend takes him to the hospital, where he then wakes up. But something doesn't seem right. And like any other normal person, after seeing that, they'd want to get out of there. And find out exactly what the hell just happened here. Don't dead! Open inside. Help us! They're making us watch the Twilight Trilogy! Please let us out! Oh, there's no emotion in this movie! After getting outside, he finds out the body count has been going up. To what exactly, he's not sure. So being a family man, he wants to get home to see if his own is okay. Borrowing something off the road, he figures grand theft biking is not the biggest concern given the situation. So he finally gets home, and sure enough, his family's nowhere to be found. Having physically and mentally exhausted himself, the show starts to make us feel for Rick in better detail. While we certainly felt sorry for Rick earlier, now we see him having to deal with the facts. The music gives a nice melody, allowing the audience to easily imagine the feeling of being completely alone, and having to accept it as fact, whether we want to or not. Hey, Bob.
Shoveled whack ass says what?
What?
Daddy! Daddy!
Carl, I found you.
Daddy, I got this son bitch! I'ma smack him dead!
Oh, he shot Bob. So after his beatdown, we're treated to the first people that haven't tried to eat Rick yet. This is where our new friend fills Rick in on the details. Getting bitten by one of those things results in certain death, and soon after becoming one of them. We then see them eating a meal, where the man gets Rick to pray with them. It's here we see that this man obviously is struggling to deal with the current situation in his own way. Despite him being a religious man, it becomes obvious the only thing that's keeping him going is his son. But Rick wants to know, what about Bob?
It wasn't a man.
You shot him in the street out front, a man.
Friend, you need glasses. It was a walk.
We also learn one of the major don'ts in the zombie world.
Don't shoot that car.
God damn it! Okay, that could have happened to anybody.
It's nothing.
Loud noises obviously attract zombies. But here we learn something interesting about our friends.
She's here.
Don't look. Get away from the windows.
We soon learn that this man lost his wife during the zombie apocalypse. And this is her. After that, we're treated to many different scenes. A lot on Rick learning how to deal with the fact he now has to kill what used to be people. The show even goes to show us that a simple shower is a prayer answered in these hard times. From here on out, it mostly concentrates on Rick and his interaction with the family. I'm not going to go too much into detail, as I believe I've already shown enough. To sum it all up, we leave with Rick now ready to take on the world. But what about our friend? By now, my main point I've been trying to make is the thing that this zombie show has that others don't is time. Time for everything. Time for character development, time for plot explanation, time for the audience to be immersed in the feelings of the show. This is only the first half of the first episode as well, so if you haven't seen The Walking Dead, go check it out. And if you liked this video, remember to click the like button. It helps.